What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. Today we're going to bring Crystron. This is going to be the Crystron Cashier and Totally Awesome package on the deck. It's something that I've been experimenting with. You can replace this with the Azamina package if you want to. I'll explain to you guys why I'm choosing to play this instead of it. I really like this package quite a bit. It is like this 3 swap dog. It's kind of like the same thing we were playing in Sprite, but this is going to be also including the side deck as well. So if you're going to be seeing more competitive content like this, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's just dive on in. So we're starting off with a 3 Tristalos. This is going to be one of your best normal summons in the game. For your deck, of course, you can get another one out if you like normal summon it, but you have different stuff as well. You know, this plus a Fenrir is going to be extremely powerful. Then we are playing the triple copies of Solemn. Summons from the graveyard, summons from the hand by discarding. We are playing only the 2 copies of Sulfador now. We have cut this down to 2. We still are on the triple copies of Smyger, the 1 copy of Thybern, the 1 copy of Parasturtle, and the 1 copy of Citri. What's really cool about this card's actually coming out a common in the next OTS pack, so definitely stay tuned for that. If you guys are missing this card, it's going to be coming common. Leaves only the Synchro is kind of expensive, which is really nice, as well as Sulfador being a reprint in common as well. So a lot of the deck coming in common is going to be great for those budget players, and Citri is also a very expensive card. So what's really cool about this is that, you know, you have a bunch of like level 2s you really want to summon out, but you have like stuff you want to discard. So we have the Smygers, we have this, we have these, and this. Doesn't really matter how we want to discard them. We can discard them off Swap Frog, which is to get them in the graveyard, just like the Dials, as well as the Deception does. So it's kind of cool. But Swap Frog only requires 1 discard, while Azamina and stuff of that require 2. So I wanted to opt for that, and they kind of give you the same thing in being a non-negate, as well as an add back with Totally Awesome. So that's going to be kind of it for these cards. We did cut down on that Sulfador there, like I mentioned earlier. But now for the other engines. So we are playing the Swap Frog. We're playing triple copies of Swap Frog, the 1 Mirror Mage. So this is like the same package that we're playing in Sprite. This discards any water monster to summon itself out, and then on summon you get to dump one from the deck. We get the Mirror Mage. The Mirror Mage is for the spell. So you get like an Omnigate through a discard, which is pretty nice, as well as like thinning your deck. You don't really get the effect of Totally Awesome to summon out a Swap Frog from the deck very often. It doesn't really come up because the big guy does need 2 tuners. So unfortunately, you can't use that for your level. But it is like another material if you want to use it for some random stuff. It would leave a level 3 on the field instead of level 5. But this is like a really good consistency piece because it is like another good Ash target as well. So for your other cards, you can like not get Ashed because like they're gonna have to either face an Omnigate or stop the Omnigate. So this is quite nice. It does like bait up and hand trap as well as give you a body on the field and then get like an extender. And then, of course, Totally Awesome is an absolutely crazy card, letting you add back any of the waters. You can just use for another discard, or, just add it back and then have free discard for the Sulfador, which is pretty cool. And then for the other engine, we are playing the smaller Cashier package, like we mentioned earlier. If you guys have seen any other of our Crystron deck profiles, you can play a heavier package with Fenrirs, Unicorns, Burst, and stuff like that as well. But we're only playing the 3 Fenrir and the 1 Rise Heart. This is going to be the smaller package. You do normal summon this out. Make sure that you do not special summon it out. So there is that version that you can play as well if you want to. But we're cutting down on this package to give us access for the Totally Awesome package as well. So kind of nice that we're doing that. It also gives us multiple options. Summoning with the Fenrir and then like normal summon with the Tristalos. Or summoning with Fenrir and then having like Totally Awesome is also really nice. You get multiple stuff on the field. And like this is actually a crazy card as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it gives you access to your level 7s, which gives you your Cherubini, which gives you the full combo. Then for hand traps, we have, of course, the triple Ash Blossom, triple Fool Roast, triple Perm, and that's going to be it for our hand traps. We're not playing that much hand traps. We are playing a little bit more board breakers because we are playing the Crystron card, so we can play stuff like Forbidden Droplets. But yeah, this is really all you need. You don't want to play Veilers right now. You can play Veilers if you don't own Fool Roast. But like right now, we're not playing it. And we did cut down on the Ogres that we were playing prior to play for Talents now. So that's kind of it for that. Then we are playing the Crystron Inclusions and the Triple Droplets. And these are kind of like your engine pieces. I know this is not really an engine piece, but this searches for your stuff. And then Droplets is absolutely crazy. You have so many free discards in your deck, but like it just does so much for you. You no longer can discard the Unicorns and stuff like that, which like for Birth and stuff, which is unfortunate. So it is a little worse in this build, but still an amazing card going second and stuff like that. So that's why you don't see as many hand traps. But if you don't want to play Droplets, you can definitely play more hand traps in your deck as well. Then we are playing the double copies of Talents, the 1 copy of Foolish, the 1 copy of Freezing Chains, and then we are playing the Crystron Clutter as well. Not really much has changed, obviously. We're playing still a bunch of very good cards. We have like a little bit more of the soft bricks in the deck, like with this and the Rise Heart and stuff like that as well. They're not like the greatest draws, but they don't really make that much of a difference when you have like so much consistency and you're able to dump your cards. And it does help out quite a bit. Like having an Omni on the field in this meta is really, really good. Then for your extra deck here, I'll be showing you guys it right now. So we have the level 5. You can play either this or the Crystron level 5. I'm opting to play this here because it does help with the OTKs. Being able to attack twice for like 20, I think it's 46 total, which is pretty crazy. When you're playing the double Escalatus, you have to absolutely play this. It's card's absolutely crazy. Like this is legit a custom card. Then when you're playing the double Dawn Dragster still, you don't tend to make this. It's either the second Dawn Dragster or the copy of Quandrax you can make, but it is a very good card and a spell and trap negate, especially in this format. Really good against Blue Eyes and Malice and stuff as well. Then we are playing this Samurai Destroyer. This is how you play through Nibiru and stuff like that. Amazing card. Lets you bring out your stuff and lets you end on Infinity all the time. Then we have the Vermilion Mech. This is for you to open up Fenrir and a hand trap, and you can kind of play through this. Also, you can pop your stuff as well and get like a tuner added back. Then we are playing the Quandrax. Banish 3 cards, kind of crazy. That's really it for your synchro cards. You know, it is important to mention that like if you end on this, a totally awesome Fenrir alongside your Infinity, that's like 3 negates. You know, having a spell trap negate, an Omni negate, another Omni negate, and then a monster banish. It's very crazy, especially like the insane follow-up you get in this deck. Then for the links for playing the Clockwork Knight, you definitely can cut this if you want to play on Amirage. I definitely recommend you do play it though. So when you have the normal summon Smiger, you can link it away. And then, of course, you're playing the SP alongside the Cherubini. This is for your package with the Draco Sack. So important that you do play this if you're playing the Cashier cards. If you're not, you can definitely cut it out, but it lets you get access to your copy of the Smiger, which is important. And then you do a full combo off that because it does search for your spell, and then spell obviously is full combo. Then for your XYZs, we're playing the Nova and Infinity. Totally awesome. And then the Draco Sack, like I mentioned earlier, you have to play this for the Cashier package. But if you're not playing Cashier, you can cut it all together. But yeah, like your end board being like Infinity, totally awesome. A Dawn Dragster, like that's absolutely insane. You know, you have so much going on as well as the trap card. Like you have a lot. Sometimes you can end on like also like this. This is, I guess it's not normally that. It's more like a copy of Talos. But like this is absolutely an insane board. You know, you have like an Omni Negate, which adds you back a card. You have your Infinity being under the Omni Negate, a Spell and Trap removal negate, as well as like Tristalis being able to Synchro Summon out into your Escalatus. And then you have like a pop with Cluster. Like this is absolutely an insane end board. If you end on this, you're going to be winning the game almost every single time. You have those 2 Omni Negates as well as the Spell and Trap negate, and then your pop. Like, what deck is actually going to beat this, honestly? Without like the board breaker card, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I really am enjoying it. You don't end on that a lot of the time, but it's still like another interruption that you have to kind of force out, and it eats those hand traps amazingly. Then for the side deck, going first, you are playing still the Water Spiritual Art. With the Swap Rock in the deck, you actually resolve this a lot more. Before I cut this for strikes, because I found myself like, and I get hit with a hand trap or hit with Droll and Knockbird, I don't really have a water on the field, so having the strikes, which will always relive. But now with Swap Frog, like if I get hand trapped or I get hit with on Swap Frog, I'll have that water on the field, so this can be more coming up a lot more frequently, which I like quite a bit. Then we're no longer playing Nib in the main decks. We are playing it in the side deck. I feel like you absolutely have to play Nib this format. It's absolutely incredible. It's really good against the Blue Eyes deck if they don't end on seals. And then post side, like when they see you're playing like some of the Cashier cards, they're not actually going to like play around Nib. So it is important that you do play this, especially like this is not the greatest card in our deck, so people don't expect it. But you can play it through quite fine, especially with like the Totally Awesome package. It does hurt the Cashier package quite a bit, but like when you're playing only 4 cards, you set them aside with the Rise hurt anyways, so it's not going to make that much of a difference post side. Then we're playing the cards everyone's playing. We're playing the triple Lancias, triple Mulcharmies. Obviously, you can play either or. You want to play Prelia, you can play Meow, you can whatever you want to, depending on how your locals is going. We have so much Malice. I play this. Fun fact, I've never resolved this, and then every single time I have used this card, it's gotten hit with Call by the Grave, so that's definitely rough. But Mulcharming Meow, please show up in my hand a little bit more. I want to be able to activate you and draw some cards, and you're pretty cute as well, so that's kind of nice. And then we are playing a hand trap of our choice. We're playing the triple Ghost Ogre. You can cut this for anyone you want. I'm just testing this out right now. This in Blue Eyes is really nice because you can pop the True Light. If they don't have a Spirit on the field, they don't get to negate it, and it loses their field. So it is kind of cool. With that effect, turn 0, it actually quite a bit when you have your other hand traps in. But I like the deck quite a lot. I like Ghost Ogre, this format, really a lot myself. But that's just me. You know, it's ultimately up to your guys' personal choice. You can play like If you want to, you can put like the Talents in if you want to play like some other cards in the main deck. You can play the Bystials if you want to. You can put DD Crows, really whatever else you want. I definitely recommend also playing Lightning Storm right now. If you're not playing like the Cashier cards or you're not playing Nibiru, you can play Lightning Storm like Duster. That's extremely good in this format, so that definitely is also a potential that we can play. But that's kind of it for the channel, I guess, for the Crystron deck profile. This deck is no longer like my main focus at locals. I'm playing a lot more Blue Eye right now. It's doing a lot better on the channel as well. But if you guys want to see some Crystron content, let me know in the comment section down below. I can definitely pop on the POV camera for locals and play this deck. This deck is absolutely incredible, and it's only going to get better over time. Like right now, Lancia and Droll are kind of floating around the meta right now. So it is a lot harder for this deck to kind of play, but this deck's going to be a forever deck. So if you guys are interested in the deck, I definitely recommend picking it up, because it's going to be a budget deck for like the rest of time, and there's not really any cards in here that like, oh wow, broken, we're going to ban Cyber Dragon Infinity, we're going to ban Dragster. Like, these cards are all very fair cards, but the board they set up is absolutely incredible. So like the most they're ever going to do is get hit like the Fenrir package. At that point, you can play Deception, you can play Totally Awesome, you can play Pure. Whatever else you want, it's a really safe pick, and I definitely recommend you picking up this engine if it interests you at all. But other than that, hope you were watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay safe. Peace.